Hey there, welcome back to Best Health Positively. I'm Krista Novisky, and I want to talk about a way of thinking that has become a problem for many of us in our everyday lives, and that's all or nothing thinking. I know it's been something I've struggled with over the years, and I'm guessing a lot of you can relate as well. So I wanted to open up a conversation about it here because I now recognize this kind of thinking, this all or nothing, black and white thinking, as a way that I've kept myself in a negative pattern at times. For example, with health habits like eating well or exercising, because I can now see that it was the way I was thinking about the choices I was making that was the problem, not necessarily the choice or the behavior. For example, let's say I'm all in to cut sugar out of my diet, and I get a couple weeks into this low sugar plan that I've designed, and then something comes up and we're at a family celebration and I decide to enjoy some cake and ice cream. The thoughts I typically have right after deciding to eat my birthday cake or eat the birthday cake would be, I blew it again. I just can't seem to stay on track for more than a couple weeks. What's wrong with me that I still struggle with this, and on and on and on. But if I step back to look at this situation as an observer rather than the emotionally charged person who's beating herself up, I can challenge this kind of thinking and ask, is this true? Is this logical? Does eating some cake and ice cream really mean that I blew it? No, of course not. I've had a couple of good weeks, and this one incident doesn't somehow undo all of the progress I've made. In fact, I know intellectually that doesn't even make sense. So it's the thinking that's the problem here, and that means the answer to the problem is to address the thinking, rather than go overboard beating myself up about this isolated behavior. So what does it look like to ditch the all or nothing thinking and to embrace something less black and white? Well, it means that we embrace imperfection and accept that life has ups and downs. It means that small steps in progress matter more than perfection. It means that you're moving closer to what you want, even if it's not a perfect straight path getting there. Because I'll tell you what, long-term progress is more important to me than perfection, especially at this point in my life. This is something I've learned from experience, that much of life is in the gray area, not the black and white. So we need a perspective or a way of thinking that matches this. So how does this look in a real life situation we're facing? For example, using the situation I mentioned before, rather than beating myself up for having cake and ice cream, I can ask myself a powerful question instead, to stimulate a different kind of thinking. This is a tool I use with coaching clients, and of course I can use it with myself too, and you all can use it as a tool as well. And asking a powerful question is designed to help you think in a different way. So in this situation, a powerful question I might ask is, what's the next best thing I can do? Or what's the next best choice I can make? So I've had the cake, I've enjoyed that, and instead of beating myself up, I can focus on moving forward by asking myself a question like this. So asking what is the next best thing I can do, that might be go for a 5-minute walk or drink a glass of water, eat some extra protein at the next meal, read something positive or inspirational. I mean, there are plenty of options, so you can get creative and decide what the next step will be that moves you toward progress. Those are just some options I'd have. And that's just one tool that we can use to ditch the all or nothing thinking and focus more on small steps of progress rather than perfection. So if you're making changes in your life or chasing new goals, I wonder if you'll join me in shifting away from the all or nothing thinking and consider things in a new light, from a fresh perspective that doesn't view things in black or white, but rather focuses on progress. I've done this myself. I mean, for the most part, I still have my moments, of course, but I've done this and it's made a huge difference. So I'm excited. This creates more room for real progress. I'd love to hear what you think, and I'm happy to help if I can. Leave a comment or message me, and take care. I'll see you here next time.